Hey everybody, this is the fourth here, and today I've got a quick tutorial for you guys about how to make a specific kind of effect kick. Now, this effect kick is something that I think would go really well into a raw hardstyle track or anything that's really harsh and aggressive sounding, because the sound of this kick is very kind of harsh and all that. So here I'll show you a couple examples real quick. The original kick of this isn't my favorite, but it does show off the effect kick pretty well. So here's the original kick. And then here are a couple of effect kicks done the same way, but with different settings. So you can hear it sounds kind of metallic almost, and it's a pretty cool sound overall. Here is another example, and this is what I will be using to show you guys how to do it. So this one has a bit of a different character from the other one, and that's just because the effect chain, the processing of the kick is different. But you can hear it still has that metallic kind of sound to it. So the way I've done it is I've just taken my original kick sound and applied a bit of FM synthesis on it, or frequency modulation. So the effect is entirely done with operator 5. You can see I have a bit more FM synthesis going on, but that's just to build the character of the original kick and not the effect. So the basic idea of what you want to do is just take the original kick sound before all the processing and use frequency modulation on it. And if you're using a synthesizer that can do frequency modulation on its own, that's great. You can use it. You can just do that inside the synthesizer. But if you've created the kick with a different synthesizer or you're using a sample, you'll have to use an effect plugin to do that modulation. Glitch is a plugin that can do that, and I'll have a link to Glitch in the description. But if you've made your kick in Citrus like me, I definitely prefer to do it in Citrus itself, just because I feel like I have more control more easily. Now, one important thing to note if you want to get this kind of sound is the pitch envelope of the kick. So here's what the sound sounds like. And you can see in operator 1 I have a pitch envelope like this. Now, operator 5 does not have that pitch envelope enabled, and global pitch is also off. So you'll hear if I turn global pitch on, it loses that kind of cool machine metallic sound. And that's just because the way the frequency modulation at a static frequency combines with the pitch envelope of the original kick to create that cool sound. So you just want to make sure that the frequency of the modulator isn't following the pitch envelope of the kick itself. Now you can see I'm using a saw waveform for this particular kick, but you can definitely use a sine waveform or a triangle and just play around with different kind of waveforms to see what sounds best on a particular kick. I've just happened to use a saw wave for this one. And you can also see that I'm not modulating operator 1 by operator 5 very much. And that's just because with all the distortion that happens on the kick, it becomes very piercing, a very harsh sound. So you can hear even with this value, it's a pretty harsh sound already. Especially at higher frequencies. So you've seen me messing around with the XY mod, and to show you what those do, it's just operator 5, the volume is mod Y, And basically that's just how much you're frequency modulating the kick sound by. And mod X is the pitch. And lower pitches generally sound better for this. They're just a bit less harsh. But all that depends on the sound you're going for and how you mix it, because you can definitely mix it to be more pleasant. And so you can see, if you've done it in Citrus and mapped the pitch and the volumes to the XY mod, you can kind of automate this while the kick is playing, and you have some pretty cool motion in your effect kick. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial, and just remember, if you've made it in Citrus, you can easily do FM synthesis using the matrix, but if you've made your kick another way or are using a sample, you'll want to use a plugin in the mixer that can do frequency modulation. And playing around with the amount of the frequency modulation and the pitch are the keys to getting the sound that you want, as well as playing around with the waveform. Thanks for watching my tutorial video. I hope you found it to be helpful. If you want to learn more, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can watch new videos as soon as I upload them. After that, check out the Beat School website. I'll have the link in the description. All my tutorials are organized on the site so that you can easily find what you need by browsing through the different categories. There are also a ton of awesome resources to help you in every aspect of music production. And if you want to help support me, you can buy any of my sample packs, preset packs, or project files for only $5 or less. This gets you some great sounds for a great price and allows me to spend more time making these tutorials and working on the website. Thanks again for watching my video, and have a great day.